Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing this eye look for you. I really love the way it turned out. I am using these beauties right here, the new Juvia'S mini palettes. They just launched, I think, yesterday, like the day I'm uploading this, or they might have just launched today, the day I'm uploading this, I don't know. But they're $13.99 each on their website, so basically 14 bucks each. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a look for you today. I used the chocolates and the nudes palette for you today in this look. Along with just a couple other little eye products. I did also use some other new stuff. I used some LILLY lashes I've never tried before. I tried the Patrick Ta monochrome collection lip products, and then just some other fun things. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial and enjoy this look. I love how it turned out. I know I mentioned on Instagram stories yesterday when I first got these palettes in the mail that I wanted to like upload or film and upload yesterday, like a whole look on them. And I filmed the whole look and it turned out so bad. I didn't have my ring light because my ring light was in my husband's car because I did a wedding over the weekend. I took my ring light, I left it in the car. So it was still in the car, so I had to go get it today and then refilm because the lighting was bad. LILLY was being crazy in the background. It was just a whole mess. So we refilmed. I like the way this turned out much better. The lighting is good. The colors are really good. So this is a lot better. So I'm sorry it's later than what I wanted it to be, but I wanted to bring you guys an actual good quality video and not just some rush job just so I could say I put one up. So I hope you guys don't mind. So yeah, that is it. Hope you guys like the look. And if you want to see how I did it, then let's just get started. All right, so we're starting off our look today by priming. I'm using my Maybelline concealer. Like I mentioned in one of my last videos, my eyelids have been more dry lately, so I've just been using this a little more recently because it's a little more creamy than my e.l.f. concealer. But I did post on Instagram stories yesterday that I saw e.l.f. is coming out with a hydrating version of their concealer. So I'm really excited to get my hands on that and see like if that works just as well and how hydrating it actually is and all that. So yeah, I'm really excited to try that. For today's look, I'm going to go with a little bit of a different shape with like how I put on the colors and everything. And I really like the way it turned out. So I hope you guys like it too. So of course, as you saw in the intro, today I am going to be featuring two of the new Juvia'S mini palettes. I'm going to be using the nudes as well as the chocolates today. So I'm going to start off with the chocolates palette. And the first shade I'm going to be using is this one right here. And it looks like a kind of mid-tone warm brown. But as you can see, it comes off a lot darker than it looks. So just be aware of that. I did a look yesterday with these palettes just to try them. And that's one thing I definitely noticed is that this particular color looks a lot darker in the eye than it does in the pan. So I'm going to take a Morphe M456 and I'm going to start off this look kind of how I usually do most of the time. And I'm taking this shade and packing it here in the outer corner. As you can see, the pigment is unreal. It goes on so intense from the get-go, which is so nice. And is generally, I feel like, common with Juvia'S palettes. I mean, they're very pigmented palettes. And I'm just keeping that, like I said, in the outer corner of my lid. So usually I take my dark colors all the way across, but today for this look, I just wanted to keep the depth here and sort of blend out the depth and then just have like my shimmer and my lid color be on the inner part of my eye. You guys know I usually don't do that. I usually bring my dark colors all the way in, but yeah, I'm not doing that today, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm next going to go back into the chocolates palette. And I'm holding 12 different things right now. And I'm gonna take this middle color here, this little warm color. And I'm using this on a MAC 221 brush. And I'm going to start dabbing this right on the edge of the dark brown color to start to blend this out. And you can do like little circles. But again, I'm not taking this like towards the inner corner. I am keeping it more just on the outer part. And this doesn't need to be perfect just yet because we're gonna kind of do another color and then come back to these ones. So now I'm gonna dip into the Nudes palette, which I think is just so pretty and soft and like beautiful. And I'm gonna take this pinky color right here. So this is sort of like a pinky brown kind of color. I'd say a little more pinky than brown, and it's pretty light. And I'm gonna take this on a Morphe M441, and then I'm just gonna start blending this around the edges of everything. And because this is a lot lighter, it's just gonna really kind of soften out. As you can see, it's gonna give like this really soft look to the edges of everything. This shade I am gonna take a little bit more across the crease, but as you can see, it's really light, and I'm not gonna put too much of that in there. But I'm just bringing it in a little bit so the look is really cohesive. But I'm keeping it just sort of like really rounded out here. And then we're gonna go back in with the chocolate palette, and I'm gonna go back in with this color first and reapply that, and then finish off with this color after that one, just to make sure, obviously blending that lighter color around the edges took away some of that blending and some of the depth, so we're just gonna kind of bring it back. I'm also going to take a little bit of our warm mid-tone color and blend that right here next to the darkest color, just to also kind of buff that out a little bit as well. Yeah guys, so I had to refilm this. This is a different look than I did yesterday, but yesterday when I first posted about these palettes, that I got them in the mail, and I told you guys I wanted to like film and upload yesterday to get it up before Christmas, because today's Christmas. Oh my God. Everything that could have gone wrong in that video went wrong, literally, and it looked terrible, and I was like, no, I'm not uploading that on my channel. So now I'm gonna go in with the Peaches and Cream base. Excuse my nails. These, I posted like a little snap or a picture on Insta stories of these nails the other day. These are just press-ons. I like to use press-ons, and for some reason, like the top color, it's just wearing away, and it looks all like it's got holes and shit. It's so weird. That's never happened to me before, these press-ons. So maybe I just got like a bad one. I don't know. But yeah, I'm taking this Peaches base as usual. I'm going to press this all over my lid. You guys know I just like to do this to add some drama to my shimmers when I apply them. And then I'm going in with this ColourPop Super Shock shadow in the shade A Little Quirky, which is a really, really beautiful, like medium bronzy kind of color. And we're just going to dab that right on top of that base, all over the lid. And then of course going above the crease, especially with this look because I didn't put any crease colors really too much up in here. This is gonna give us that color on the inner corner. And then I'm gonna go back with the deepest brown I used so far, the deep warm brown, and just touch that up out here. And I want to kind of like lightly buff it over, as you can see, so you get like a really cute little fade over. And then I'm also going to go into this chocolate palette, and I'm going to take the dark brown underneath the warm one that we use, this one right here. The difference between the two darkest browns in this palette is one is more cool toned, and then the one above that warm brown we used first is more warm tone of a dark brown. Both of them are crazy pigmented though. And I'm just gonna take this shade and literally just take the tiniest bit right here along the lash line, really low, just to add like the tiniest bit of smokiness and depth really close to the lash line. And then on the innermost part of the inner corner, I'm gonna go back into the Nudes palette, and I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is literally crazy. It's so pretty, it's beautiful. And I'm not going to use any base under this because you don't need it with this color, like it's so intense. And this is what I'm gonna use as my inner corner color. So I'm putting that on my inner corner, and then a little bit on my lid, as I would usually do with one of my inner corner colors, and then kind of bring that up as well, sort of into that inner part there and the inner part of the crease. And then finally, just add a little bit more of a lighter highlight. I'm gonna go into this BH Cosmetics Blushing in Bali palette, and I'm just gonna take this lightest highlight color over here. So cute. It's called Glisten. And I'm just gonna layer that right over top of the inner corner. It's just a tiny bit lighter than that last one, so it's just gonna add a little pop right there. And then I'm also gonna take a little bit of this under my brow bone I'm in between like having my brows plucked. I tend to pluck and then I like to let them grow out for a little bit because I'm trying to let them grow thicker. So we're in a growth phase, so sorry that I have a lot of little stragglers. All right, so now we're gonna do the lower lash line. I'm using the same colors as I did on the top. So I'm starting off with our deep warm brown, the first shade we used, on a little pencil brush, and I'm going to run this really close to the lash line. I'm also gonna apply this on my waterline. I'm then gonna take our mid-tone warm brown from the chocolate palette, and that is going to get softly blended underneath. And then I'm taking the light matte pinky shade from the Nude Palette and putting that underneath as well. And I am kind of slightly overlapping this shade on top of those darker colors to slightly lighten them, and again, kind of like on the top, give that really kind of smoky effect. I'm then gonna take a little bit more of my Peaches base, apply that on the inner part of my lash line. As you guys know, I love to do. This is kind of basic for me. And then take my ColourPop shadow again and just use that on the inner half of the lower lash line. Because again, I kind of wanted this look of like the lighter shimmer lid colors on the inner part of my eye and just the depth and the matte just on the outer part of my eye. So that's another reason why I'm making sure to bring this shade on this kind of lower half. And then you can take your brush just right there at the middle to make sure they're fading nicely. All right, so I'm going to now throw on my lashes and my eyebrows. For lashes today, I'm using something different. I just got these and I really like them. These are the LILLY lashes in the style MILF, which is just amazing. I kind of living for this packaging. And they're just really beautiful, big lashes. So I'm gonna put those on. And then I'm going to use my Morphe brow pencils in the shades Hazelnut and Chocolate Mousse to fill in my brows and use my e.l.f. mascara as usual, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm gonna start off with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I've been really using this a lot lately. I just really love the formula and how long wearing it is. And it's really hard to get out of the bottle though. I hate this. I think I have a spare like Studio Fix fluid pump that I could probably put on it, but whatever. Okay, so I am going to apply this, and I'm gonna use this IT Cosmetics foundation brush. This came out in, like, this was one of the like the holiday ones that came out with that Alex and Ani bracelet at Ulta. And they just recently went on sale. I think they should still be on sale for like $15. So I snatched one up because you know IT Cosmetics brushes are like usually really expensive, and this foundation brush is absolutely amazing. So I wanted to get it while it was still on sale. For concealer, I'm gonna use my Juvia'S Place I Am Magic Concealer. This is the shade 22. I also have number 20, which was the first one I got, but I just recently got this lighter one. Just because the other one was just sometimes a little too dark, I feel like, for what I want in terms of like highlighting. To set under my eyes today, I'm gonna use something different. This is the Juvia'S Place, what is it called? I Am Magic Setting Powder. And then this is the shade White Sands. I've been meaning to try this for so long. So I finally got it the other day. And I tried it yesterday when I first attempted to film this look, and it actually works really nice. It's one thing I like about it is it doesn't change the color of my concealer. I feel like a lot of translucent powders I've tried always like darken my concealer, so that's why I always end up going back to the Maybelline powder. But as you can see, this one doesn't do that. Like, it looks really nice, and it is very smoothing. It's definitely more matte than my Maybelline one. So if your skin is more on the dry side, you might not love this because it might make you look too dry. But for me, kind of just putting it under my eyes and in my T-zone area, I think it looks really nice actually. for bronzer today, to make sure my skin looks really glowing and nice and not too dry, because I said, you know, that Juvia's Place powder is a little more dry than my usual setting powder. I'm going to use my MAC Global Glow Skin Finish, which I've been using a lot lately, you guys know, as a bronzer. It's just like nice to use as a bronzer if you want a very glowy look, because, whoops, because it actually is a highlighter, so it's going to give you a lot of like shine. So if your skin is looking kind of dry, I do like this a lot to bring some luminosity in. And sorry, my background is so ugly. Like my table's a mess back there. I'm sorry. I've been just like reorganizing and moving things a lot lately. I also had a wedding over the weekend, and I was like moving things around in my kit and changing things up, and I was adding some things and taking some things out. So I'm just kind of a mess, and I'm sorry. For blush today, I'm going to be going into the BH Cosmetics Blushing in Bali. You guys know I constantly use the Glowing in Grease, and I finally got the Blushing in Bali. This one actually came out before the other one, but I got the other one first. I don't know. So I'm going to use this one today, and I think I'm just going to mix the two lightest ones. Yeah, I'm going to mix these two. So Lychee and Coral, I'm going to mix together and use that for my blush today. I'm literally obsessed with these palettes. They're just so inexpensive, and the colors are beautiful, and they're very pigmented, and they go on so nice, so blendable. So they're just, to me, like so worth the money, because I think they're only like $12 or something like that. Really quickly, I'm going to throw on my Morphe setting mist all over. And my fan is in the other room, so I'm going to have to go old school and just use a palette to dry myself off. And then for highlight today, I'm going to be using the highlight I've been using almost daily, I think, since I got it. And it's the JACLYN palette. I literally love this palette so much. It's so pretty. So all I do, like I said before, is I just kind of like mix all the colors together. So I'll just kind of go across like this and mix them all together, and it makes such a pretty color. I just really like this formula. Like, it looks very like wet, you know? And it's not glittery or anything, and I just feel like it looks more like glowy and skin-like than a lot of other highlighters. So I don't know, I just really like this formula. And I think it's just like the baked formula in general. From most brands, I feel like just looks so much nicer. And as usual, I just like throw that on literally everywhere, and I make myself look like a glazed donut, and it's amazing. For my lip today, I'm using something brand new. Okay, yesterday I tried this, and I was not impressed. So we'll see how it goes today. Maybe it'll be better because I tried it once, and I don't know, maybe I learned something. So I'm gonna be using the Patrick Ta Monochrome Moment Collection lip stuff. I'm using the, what is it actually called? This is the Precision Lip Crayon in the shade She's Humble, which is sort of like the pinky nude one. And then the Silky Lip Cream in the shade She's Unapologetic. So the issue I had when I used this yesterday is this weird square tip. I thought I might like it, but the shape is odd, and it makes it hard. I feel like harder to fill in your lips, because it's like you set the pencil in one spot, but it like draws in a different spot because it's just so wide and big. So for me, it was really hard to use. So we will try this again and see if it's any better today, and maybe I learned something, because the color and the formula itself is nice. Okay, and now I'm gonna put the Silky Lip Cream on. These are very pigmented, like liquid lip. That's not, doesn't dry down like dry, if that makes sense. All right guys, so here's the finished look, and now I'm gonna give you like a quick rundown of how I feel about everything, because there were a couple new things that I used in this video. So first I want to start with, I think, the most exciting part of this whole video, which was the new Juvia'S Place palettes. So yeah, they're coming out with these ones. From what I understand, I think I looked on their Instagram. I think it's actually it's like they're available on their website, but I think it's a pre-order. Let me actually look really quick. Okay, so right now it's letting you just put it in your cart, and it's not, doesn't say pre-order anywhere. They are $13.99 a piece on their website. It's basically 14 bucks each, which I think is a really great price because they are a decent size shadow. They're bigger than like a MAC pan or like an ABH or whatever ColourPop pan. They're bigger than that. The colors are so pretty. You know, in using both of these over the last 2 days, today, this look, I actually used some different colors than I used yesterday. And all the colors I've used so far, I've used, in this palette, I've used these 3. And then in this palette, I've used these 3. Oh, that's kind of weird. I used the same ones. That's interesting. So I've used half of each of these palettes, and they perform just as well as any other Juvia'S Place palette, like extremely pigmented. They blended very easily. The shimmers are insane, as they usually are with these Juvia'S Place palettes. Here are the other 2, the violets and the berries. I'm definitely gonna use some looks with these 2. These ones swatched even better than the nude colored ones. So if these swatched even better than the neutral palettes did, yet the neutral palettes performed really well, then I can only imagine that these are gonna perform like just insanely. I'm so excited to use this like duochrome shade up here. It's beautiful. Get into these, like this fucking shimmery red is so pretty. I'll show you this like duochrome one. That one's gorgeous. And then this lilac purple is insanely pigmented, like absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna do some looks definitely with these ones too, maybe just for Instagram. I think I'm gonna do an actual video maybe on this one. I don't know. I'm gonna do something with them, of course, but very excited about these. The quality is amazing. Packaging, I mean, it's just beautiful, on point. I love the characters that they draw on these. Like whatever artist puts these together is just fabulous. So amazing, highly recommend. Very inexpensive and just as good. Amazing quality as any other Juvia'S Place palette. This Blushing and Bali palette, like I said, this isn't new, but it's new to me. I've used it a couple times. Just as amazing as the other one too. Like I literally love it. It's beautiful. These MILF lashes from LILLY Lashes are so pretty. And you guys know, I think I've mentioned it before on my Instagram or on a YouTube video, I don't really love LILLY Lashes, at least ones I've tried. The only other ones I've tried were Mykonos and Miami, because I feel like everyone raves about those and always uses them and loves them. So I got them like a year ago at least. It's been over a year, I think. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned before in videos that I didn't like them. I wore each pair maybe twice. They were so heavy. The band was so thick and terrible. Like they stabbed my eye all day long. They looked bad. They felt bad. I hated them. And I couldn't understand after I used them why so many people like them. So yeah, I not had a good experience, but these ones were actually really nice. Like I really love them. They're very comfortable. They're really pretty. And yeah, I really love the shape and the cotton of these. So I do highly recommend. This particular pair is really great. Finally, the only other like new, like of course the ColourPop shadows are like new to me, but they're not really new. So, and they're good, they work. So there's not really much to tell about those. The Patrick Ta lip. I'm still so on the fence about this. Okay, so I definitely think I like this for sure. It is definitely more of a creamy liquid lipstick like it claims to be. It doesn't dry down fully. It stays like satin, so it's very comfortable. It's got that full coverage like a liquid lip, but it's way more comfortable on your lips than a regular matte liquid lip. So I like that a lot. The lip liner, it's just the shape. It's just too weird. Like, and you know, I'm someone who's done a lot of makeup, as you guys know. I've used so many different kinds of makeup at this point. I'm an actual makeup artist that does makeup on people. So like I've had a lot of experience with like different tools and different products and trying things. This shape for a lip liner is not good. It's just not, because it's too wide. And so I feel like even though I made it work, I think it looks nice. It was hard, way harder than it needed to be to get like a precise look. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's flat and squared and kind of wide, it's so hard to get precision on the edges of your lips. And then if you're not careful, it will like overdraw and go outside of your lip line like more than you want to. I overdraw my lips, but like when you're setting this down, if you're not careful, it's going to draw like even further out than you really want it to, or you think it's going to. And because it's in this shape, like you can't get a point to it really. So I feel like I can't get the precision that I really want out of it. And to get it at least somewhat precise, kind of like I have today, where again, I think it looks nice, it just was way too much work. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame because the packaging is beautiful. The formula is actually really good. Like I used this yesterday. I put it on around like noonish, I would say. And when I was going to sleep at like 9 or 10 o'clock and I was gonna like wipe my face off, like it was still on. Like you can tell it's a good long wearing formula. It's just the applicator is so weird and awkward. Maybe if you try it for a while, you might get used to it. But I think for the price, it's not that much better than anything else. Like my ColourPop liners, lip liners stay on just as long, and they're sharpenable, and there's more product in them, and they're only $6, and they're way easier to use. So I would rather use that than this. So this is not great. I love this though. I think this is really good, and I'm excited to use this with my other lip liners that I feel like work better for me, because I really enjoy that formula a lot. And I honestly might get some of the other, like the deeper nude color in this too, because I think it's just gorgeous. Like the formula is really nice. All right guys, so that is it. Hope you enjoyed this video as always. And yeah, please let me know if any other videos you want to see me do. And please let me know whether you'd rather see the purple or the berry palette in a video like for my channel, because I want to do it. So I want to know, would you rather see the purples or the berries? I kind of just did a purple look, but then the video before that, I did a berry look. So oops, but you know, if you want to see them, let me know. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you next time. Bye.